Results of match day 7 and going into game week 8.
Let's take a look at that.
Good morning and finally welcome back to the Pink Table. We have been away for the international break and just having a holiday in general. But we will be going over the fantasy teams, the leagues as we normally do. So let's have a look at that, I suppose.
Yeah, international breaks are over. A whole bunch of players have been injured, as seems to be the norm when players go away for international breaks at the moment. AC Milan struggling with COVID issues. Let's take a look at how best to balance our teams.
Okay, so let's go over this quickly before we jump into our teams. We're going to have kickoff today at 3 p.m. and then we move into Lazio Inter. And then tonight there'll be Milan Verona, which I will be at the San Siro. So I'll be sending you guys footage from there as I normally do. Before we jump into the league and the teams, Elaine, let's just quickly go over the top game week purchases and top game week sales.
So yeah, purchases once again make a lot of sense. Patricio for Roma. The Roma defenses look good recently, playing against Empoli, so clean sheets are expected. Chiesa and Vlahovic have been carrying their teams respectively for the last couple of weeks. Candreva, Damien's suggestion, who never seems to be purchased by Damien, is now on the list as well as Koulibaly. I guess Koulibaly with Manolas potentially out means the only real points in that Napoli defense. Top week sales, all of these make a lot of sense. We've got injuries and COVID running wild here. Magnan out for 2 months with a wrist injury. Gosens out for a couple of weeks with an ankle injury. Abraham got an ankle knock on international duty, may or may not play. Immobile, same sort of story. And Theo Hernandez out with COVID. So all of those players getting dropped.
Team of the week as follows. Seems like Bologna did extremely well. So, they have got 3 players on the list. Very interesting to see the Salernitana goalie there as well. But overall, 2 Roma players, 2 Verona players, 3 Bologna players. Seemed like those were the teams that performed quite well that week. Going into the league, there's a very interesting thing here. There is a team which didn't break into the top 1, but I think they are second, that I think, Elaine, they got nearly over 100 points on the last match day. So they were on the second page and they've just shot up. That is 1-2-3 Stella of Dennis Lucci. Lucci. Sorry if I put that. Yeah. He shot up, or she shot up completely from the second page up into third place off a fucking amazing day. Abdullah still holding number 1, and we still have Jack Russell number 2. It seems like the top 4 performed okayish, but it seems like the gap is closed now from 9th or 8th to 1st. There's only 25 points separating them, 26 points. So things are getting really interesting here.
Yeah, the top 10 spots looking super interesting. 1, 2, 3 Stella jumping in, like you said. So that's super interesting. I did take a look at Andre Del Fio's team last week because I was sort of trying to steal with my eyes, so to speak. And I don't think he actually managed or updated his team last week. So I think he lost a very big chance at closing the gap to top spot. Yeah, he'll be over here today with me to watch the football. So we'll see how his team's doing.
Nice. I'm at 34, so I'm steadily dropping down. I'm about 50 points away. I had a very bad week last week. A few players actually not playing, so I kind of changed my formation around. And have we got you moving up? Yep, you're actually close to me now, so that's actually shows you how far I've fallen down. But that's where we are. So let's go over our teams and see what we've done this week. So my team. First of all, these are the games, as we mentioned. Tonight I'll be at the Milan Verona game. I have Hernandez out with COVID, Bastoni out red carded, and I did another trade with a player that was injured. I forget who it is, but anyway, this is what I'm dealing with now. The questions I have is Reina against Inter or Szczesny against Roma. It's a flip of a coin here. I'm just going to go with, I know Lazio against big teams this year have not performed really well, so I've just gone with Juventus because if somehow Bonucci and Chiellini play well, there is a chance there's a clean sheet, but it's a flip of the coin here. I think the only reason actually I chose Szczesny specifically was that Juventus are playing in home. Defense, I took out the defenders I had, and I just playing with a back 3. What I did do is I brought in Ciccio Caputo, which was a very strange buy for me, but it's what I did with the cash I had. Born Caputo, it'll be interesting to see how he plays. I really wanted to bring Osimhen in and then also Candreva, but seeing that I always have injuries or players out, I can only do one trade at a time. So eventually, if players come back from injury and no COVID, I will eventually have the team I want, but I think this team should rack up a good amount of points.
Yeah, I think you did well going with Szczesny in goal for this one. Like Juventus might not be the Juventus of the last 5 years, but the defense is starting to look solid again. So that's probably the better option there. Your three fullbacks, as per usual, do offer a lot going forward, and assists from the three are likely. Your midfield offers a lot of points. I've also got Boga. He's the only one that I'm like not 100% certain about there in the middle. And then your attack is one of those that, like, I really like Caputo and Arnautovic, but if their teams don't perform, they're really going to struggle to get anywhere near the net.
But for those teams to get any goals, it's mainly coming from them. So that's why.
Oh, well, some's got the eternal Quagliarella as well.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at your team.
Okay, so yeah, like much with you, this week has sort of reminded us a lot about the last season, where we were continually juggling injured and COVID-related issues to try and balance a team every week. This week, my hand's been forced in a couple of places. Abraham's not going to be able to start, and neither is Magnan. So I've gone ahead and thrown Silvestri in against Bologna. I feel quite safe doing so. Luckily, I didn't have to go change my goalkeeper this week. The defense is my real question mark. I've got Singo and Bremer playing against Napoli. Spalletti's team scores a lot of goals, and if they carry on that trend, my defense is not getting me points. I'm really relying on Singo's ability to produce an assist and Bremer's ability to score goals of set pieces. I think he averages 5 a season over the last 3 seasons. So hopefully this is one of those. Neutink against Bologna is my safety, and that should say a lot. He's not the greatest defender in the world, not playing for the best team in the world, but he's my rock at the moment in my defense. Midfield's where I'm trying to get my points this game, and I've got Joao Pedro, Boga, as I said, my question mark, and Rebic, who I'm relying on for points. Zaniolo and Pellegrini, I do expect a lot from against Juventus, but with Zaniolo picking up an injury recently and Pellegrini just getting over the flu recently, question marks there. And will Roma actually be able to break that duck of not being able to beat a big team? Questions. My attack should produce goals. So Vlahovic and Osimhen, who I've gone for. And the only other question I had was, should I put Cambiasso on for one of the Torino defenders? That's going to be my and ah right until the last minute. But let's see how that ends up. What do you think of this team?
Yeah, I would recommend the Cambiasso change just to mix things up. One thing also, Rebic might not play. He got injured. Well, he got a hit in training yesterday, so he came off early. So there's a bit question marks there, because obviously Milan, I think, are prioritizing the game against Porto in midweek. So that's something to look at. Also, I've done it, but maybe you're happy with Osimhen. But seeing that Vlahovic is playing against Venezia, there might be a chances there for goals. And the fact that here that it just showed that Kalulu's playing there instead of Calabria has made me a bit concerned. So I might have to do some changes as well.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Osimhen was captain, so I will go ahead and swap that to... Oh, I don't know what I did there. I want to make Vlahovic my captain.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, so that's done. And yeah that's my team.
Vice captain. Yeah. So there we have it, people. Remember, the winner at the end of this gets a €100 Amazon gift card. Also, keep an eye out. We're going to be doing a breakout show, well, still within the same channel. But seeing that I'm a Milan fan and Elaine is a Roma fan, we're going to have weekly just chats about the current situation of hot topics for those teams. Also, seeing that we go to the stadiums of those teams as well, we can also get you guys some exclusive content there.
Not to forget the main TP or the Pink Table channel, which is going to be talking more about football related issues and big picture stuff. And yeah, we hope to be bringing you more diverse content and more stuff for you to be able to go and find exactly what you're looking for within our empire.
With that being said, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe by hitting the link below, and we'll see you again on the Pink Table.